In this video, could the Bitcoin price be replicating a historical movement? Stay tuned to know more. So hi guys, and welcome back to another Gab's cryptocurrency video where we trade by data and not by hype. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, click the subscribe button down below and hit the notification bell so you won't miss out daily technical analysis like this. So let's dive into this video. So in this video, we're going to talk about this fractal pattern na I don't think much people are paying attention to it kasi it happened a very long time ago. Actually, it was last year. So yeah, I think we need to reconsider this possible fractal as it can be a way of determining on what's next for the Bitcoin price action. So let me show you this data na nakita ko. So if we're going to follow this 2019 to 2020 fractal pattern, you can see na in this area, let's hide first the different indicators. So you could actually see na in this area, we saw this massive run up and then we were rejected and then got a bounce. So yun yung nangyari sa previous Bitcoin fractal nito. And this was actually somewhat of a mini bull market kasi if we're going to look at the 50 moving average, 50-week moving average, this is somewhat na nagkaroon tayo na somewhat of a bull run. But the problem is we were not able to sustain it because of the COVID-19 pandemic. So, yeah, let's dive into this fractal na nakita natin. So, you can actually say that this fractal pattern is somewhat similar to this recent fractal. So, let's try to draw this fractal. So, if you're going to copy this from the bottom up to the point na kung saan siya nag-correct, you could actually get this fractal and then lagyan natin siya dito sa possible similarity niya. So, you would actually see na I think we are starting to see this similar movement somehow dito sa ating Bitcoin price. Kasi look at that. If you're going to look at this movement, nagkaroon tayo ng movement to the upside. We went up to the bull market support band and then nag-decline tayo, nagkaroon ng crash. And then after nyan, tinaray natin bumalik, umakit sa bull market support band and then saka tayo tumuloy-tuloy dito sa movement niya. Now, the reason why I am not including this part is this dump was caused by multiple external factors such as yung COVID-19 pandemic. Thus, this movement was not caused by historical data. So, I'm more biased na i-exclude tong area kasi it was never really a part of the data in the first place dahil nga dun sa nangyaring crash. But yeah, speaking of this movement, itong area na yan, this specific fractal pattern, you can actually somewhat see some similarities to this area. Then in that case, if we are going to follow this movement, then could this be the start of the next Bitcoin bull movement? So, remember guys, we're just speculating here just in case na yun yung mangyari. Kasi if we're going to look at this 50 EMA then, 50-week moving average, and then let's hide the 21-week EMA, hindi ba nakita natin yung fractal niya sobrang similar? Now, take a look at this guys. The moment na nag-drop si Bitcoin to the 50-week moving average at nagkaroon tayo ng bounce dyan, and then saka tayo tumuloy-tuloy, you could actually see now we actually also dropped to that similar area. So in this case, are we currently seeing the similar move right now for the Bitcoin price? So what do you think guys? Comment down below kung anong tingin nyo dito. But yeah, this is a very good and dubious speculation. Now you could say na pwede natin ma-replicate itong dump na yan. So in that case, we might actually see a crash to the downside. Ngayon, how will we know itong bottom ng crash na to kung susundan natin tong crash? Well, to understand ano yung magiging bottom nitong crash, we can actually look at another indicator and that is also the 200-week moving average. So let's try to plot the 200-week moving average so that you can see kung hanggang saan siya bumaba. So let's type in the 200. And then you can actually see na yung 200-week moving average was the bottom point, indicating na the 200-week moving average is actually the bottom pinaka-lowest point ng Bitcoin market cycle. Now, are we going to more likely continue this to the downside? I don't think so. Kasi if you're going to look at this data, hanapin natin kung saang point nangyari itong area na yan. So if you're going to the Bitcoin logarithmic growth curve, yung ating matagal na fina-follow na logarithmic growth curve, you will actually see na during at this time, we saw that drop during the reaccumulation phase nitong Bitcoin price action or more of likely of an accumulation phase. So ito, during this period, was more likely an accumulation phase ni Bitcoin. But right now, we are not in an accumulation phase. As you can see, we are already at the halfway point. So, I don't think now we are going to see this crash to the downside. But, I think na ang pwede mangyari dito is we could more likely continue to the upside following this similar fractal pattern. So in that case, we might be expecting one more dump. More likely yung dump natin pabalik dito sa 50-week moving average. And to check kung asan na ba yung area na 50-week moving average, you can actually see na the 50-week moving average right now is playing around the 38,000 US dollars. So next week, this could increase around the 40,000 or 41,000. So yeah, I think magandang tingnan itong 50-week moving average kasi this could actually tells us kung at what point tayo babagsak. Yun yung lowest point possible. So this is on top of the bull market support band na, which is the 21-week EMA nating sinusundan. And yeah, if that could play out, then I think ang possible na pwede mangyari is we could actually stay within this area. And then in that case, we might consolidate more as, di ba lagi ko sinasabi sa previous video, we might actually be imitating this previous movement dito sa start na yan. So if we imitated that movement, then at some point, we might see this run up to the upside. So yun guys, just a speculation lang dito sa ating Bitcoin price movement kasi yeah, not much to talk about for the very short term. Kasi right now, I think the macro scale, yung ganitong bigger time frame, is yung mas mahalagang tingnan right now. And yeah, let's give you a quick update sa ating smaller time frame. So let's dive into the 4-hour time frame as we want to give you an update on the latest Bitcoin price action. So right now, for the 4-hour time frame, the Bitcoin price is actually looking bearish right now. Hindi naman to long-term bearish, but somewhat of a short-term bearish. So let's look at this movement. So we are actually starting to see this somewhat of an increasing price. So we have an increasing price. And then look at this RSI. The RSI is currently declining. So yeah, we might actually get one more run up to the upside. Pwede tayo mag-pump to the upside and then get rejected by this. And then somewhat, we could see this one last pullback for the Bitcoin price. And then more likely, I think we're going to pull back to the 50 moving average in the 4-hour time frame. Kasi look at that. We usually go back to the 50 moving average in the 4-hour time frame. Kasi if you're going to look at historical data, we usually get bounces off from that area. So ayan no. We usually get that bounces. So I think we are going to more likely go back to this 50 moving average in the 4-hour time frame. But yeah, traditionally, a bearish divergence is a signal for a trend reversal to the downside. So possible na mag-decline tayo dito for the Bitcoin price and more likely ma-reset yung ating indicators one last time before we head to the upside. So in that case, if we are going to see this somewhat of a dump or mag-crash to the downside, then we could more likely continue this consolidation na nagko-confluence sa ating analysis earlier. Now, on top of this bearish divergence, you could actually see na, as mentioned yesterday, meron nga tayo yung nakikita na resistance. And you could actually see this resistance na sinasabi ko. Ito. You could actually see na we are also at a similar resistance to Bitcoin kasi look at that. This same resistance is actually telling us na this is a very strong resistance which Bitcoin needs to break. So as previously it's a support, you could see na support siya. And doon na break natin siya saka tayo tumuloy to the downside. So right now, this is a very crucial area. So yeah, possible na mag-consolidate dito sa Bitcoin. And in that case, if mag-consolidate tayo dyan further, then at least makakuha tayo ng momentum to pump to the upside. So yun yung I think na kailangan nyo tingnan for the Bitcoin price action. Now guys, meron din tayo actually free crypto giveaway. So kung gusto nyo sumali sa ating free crypto giveaway, all you have to do is to check out this video. Makita mo yung card dito sa taas or you can find the link in the description down below. So salin lang kayo guys if gusto nyo manalo na ating free crypto giveaway. I'll be picking the winner this September 27. So salin lang kayo guys. Mahanap nyo itong form, itong Gabbal crypto giveaway form dito sa ating video and sali lang kayo guys kasi konti pa lang yung sumasali. So more chance of winning pag sumali kayo ngayon kasi of course konti lang yung sumasali ngayon. And yeah, if you find this video useful and informative, please give this video a like. And if you want to see more contents like this, please subscribe for more. I'll see you in the next video and bye-bye for now.